it was around Mardi Gras season in 2017. And you seen the movie Get Out, right?
No.
You never saw Get Out?
Mm, mm, mm.
Man, we might have to take your black card.
I also I don't
But
know. You know what? Honestly, Rico, I don't even know if I have an interest in watching it, but I don't know.
oh man. Well,
Really?
so let me tell. So there's a scene where there's a he's telling a story about um his mom or whatever, and it flashes back to when he was a kid. So when they do the flashback, the kid that was actually in that scene went to my high school.
Mm.
So when I went there, it was like I said around Mardi Gras season. So I was in a band, so I always go back in the band room and stuff like that. So they were joking with him, talking about, man, let me get some of that movie money or whatever. And the red, like my antennas went up. So I walked up to him. I'm like, bro, you an actor? He was like, yeah. I said,
Mm.
you have an agent? He was like, yeah. I said, you take acting lessons? He was like, yeah. I was like, what school you go? Where you take classes at? He told me. When he told me, I walked out of the band room, searched it, got their phone number, and called them right then and there.
Wow. So because wait, so you just knew like you was fully committed, like you was like full throttle with
So
it.
yeah, so I called them. They did a like a little small interview over the phone, and they said that the notes that they've taken from this interview, somebody's gonna give me a call within 24 hours to let me know if I would have an in person audition.
Mm.
When I hung up the phone, less than 60 seconds, my phone was ringing again. So they called me right back,
Wow. That's amazing.
and they offered me because you had the audition to actually get into the school.
Right.
So they asked me when my availability is. They gave me some dates or whatever to come in and audition for class. So I did that, and when I went in there, I was talking to like the person that's the head of the school or whatnot, and we were just having conversation. She said that you have such a great spirit. I forgot you were supposed to be going to audition.
Wow. Your energy
Yeah.
just lit up. It was lit.
So they gave me some sides to read. It was a Kellogg's I say cornflake commercial, and I had to read that for my audition in front of the camera. And the person who was in charge of the camera, she went back to the office and put a thumbs up. Then
Mm.
they got me a packet, and they did a worked out a payment plan with me, and that's when I took my first acting lessons.
Nice.
And then that following year is when I'm gonna say that following year, which is 2017, is the part that you want to hear about. So now we didn't close the gap.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here we are in November, and I had like something going on in my growing area.
Mm.
I was scared. I'm like, what the hell is this?
Mm.
And I went to the doctor, the primary care. He was like, he didn't know what it was. No, I went to urgent care first. I'm gonna say that. They didn't know what it was. I went to a primary care doctor. He was like, he didn't know what it was, but he referred me to someone else. When I went in there, they took a biopsy
Mm.
and it came back cancerous.
Mm.
So I didn't tell anybody until after the new year because I didn't want to ruin anybody holidays and them
Right.
worried.
Yeah. So you had to kind of, suffer alone
I mean, to be
at that
honest with you,
time in
I suffered at
silence.
all.
Oh, you frozen. Yeah. If you're still talking, Rico, you're frozen. Let me see. Yeah, Rico, you're frozen. Go. Can you go out and come back in, please? If you're able to hear me, can you go out and come back in because you're frozen? Yeah, so yeah, we was just getting into the nitty-gritty of his cancer diagnosis. And so I really wanted to get more. He's going to get more today. He'll be back. Yeah, he just froze. So yeah, I just appreciate what I'm getting so far from him. I mean, I'm enjoying every bit of this interview so far. His he had, from college to becoming taking on the role as a family man, um, losing twins, and being able to use his faith in God to get through that process of healing and grieving for his twins that he lost. Um, um, transitioning from school to family, um, working, continuing to make ends, and risking, actually willing to take the risks to come to Atlanta to audition for a role or as an extra in a movie, and not knowing whether or not his job was going to be there, but he was willing to take that risk for something that he really had the passion for and wanted to do. And the fact that he inquired about um, acting classes, so, he didn't ask to be put on, he didn't ask to be hooked, for a hookup. He actually asked, "How can I pursue this the right way?" So he's like, "Let me give me the information to um, the acting school that you go to. Let me take these acting classes." And then once he was able to have a successful audition for a commercial, that's when we get more into um, him revealing his diagnosis. Um, so hopefully, you know, he'll be back to share that with us. Um, hopefully he'll be back soon enough. But shout out to everyone who's on live here on YouTube, and also those who are live on Instagram right now. Shout out to Roll on Rebel. He's in the building. Shout out to Tooks, who made it to my Instagram live as well as my YouTube. So thank you for those who came through, whether you're watching live, watching a replay, or just going in and out. Thank you so much for being here. Um, all right, Rico, you back? Okay.
Man,
Yeah, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you noticed or not that you froze on your end. I wasn't sure if you noticed or not.
it definitely cut off. It
Yeah,
definitely
because yeah,
cut
you
off.
yeah, because yeah, froze. So I was like, okay, if you can hear me, Rico, go out and come back in. So I'm glad
So,
you're back. Yeah.
what I was saying was, I wasn't suffering at all with that information or whatnot. You know what I mean? It didn't, to be honest with you, the whole situation didn't really bother me. And
It didn't bother you?
not at all. I was not scared at any point.
Mm,
And
interesting.
I don't know why. I just wasn't.
What
Like,
type of cancer was it?
it was called non-Hodgkin's lymphoma.
Las Hoskins lymphoma.
It's a blood cancer. And like, I asked how did I even get it or whatever, and the doctor told me that it was just a case of bad luck
Hmm.
because it has no like traits of that like hereditary or anything like that. It's just something that, you know what, I'm gonna just choose that person. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so when you got that diagnosis, can you give us, okay, because I know you said it was a blood cancer, but can you give the audience a little bit more into um your treatment options, how what to do to prevent it? Because one, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna just give you this one right here. Go see your doctor. Go ahead.
yeah, but to be honest with you, it's nothing that you can do to prevent it.
I'm not saying prevent it, but I said, when you once you get the treatment options, and how
Oh
to
well,
maintain health maintenance. Like, can you give your
yeah.
cliff
So
notes on that?
I actually documented part of it,
Oh,
and it's on my YouTube page. Not in case you didn't know, but it's on my YouTube page of Just Rico. Like if you search Just Rico, you
okay.
and
I'll
see
put that in the description box.
part of my I'll copy and paste it and send it to you. That way you can have the direct link to that. But I mean, when I went to treatment, like Only thing I didn't like about treatment was I didn't like being stuck with a needle.
Yeah, yeah.
And like, so when you do go get like your chemo, get prepped for chemo, they put like this stent in
Yeah, I
your
know
chest.
that feels like
So
kind of
I
odd.
actually
Yeah.
have like a couple of scars to where, because I had regular treatment and I had a super treatment. That's what they call it. They call it super chemo.
What is that?
So I'll explain. I'm gonna tell you this about this first. So I had 6 rounds of regular chemo, which is three rounds is 3 days is considered one round. So I would go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That's four. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday,
Mm,
and that's considered one round. So I did that 6 times.
mm,
So from June 10th of 2018 to September 22nd, 2018, every I want to say every 3 weeks I went in for a round of chemo. And they put a stent in my chest. I used to be able to feel it and move it around. It didn't hurt or nothing, but
mm.
like they put me to sleep. They cut me open and lift up my skin and put it in there some type of way. And when I would go to treatment, they would just stick the thing on me like that, and that kind of like pinched a little bit. But chemo, Lord, like you lose all your taste
Yeah.
buds and
Mhm.
you know, my fingernails got brittle. My hair, that's why I'm bald. But that's not why I'm bald. My hair just didn't grow back like I want, like it
Like you
was
want it,
before.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So that's why I went bald. And besides, I went bald because I kept on getting compliments from women that they like bald headed men. So that's the
Of
real
course,
reason.
of
That's the
course.
real reason I went bald. I kept it bald. But like when I used to go to chemo, I couldn't stand the smell of the saline. That
Mm,
the saline is what they actually clean like needles and it's kind of like purified water to the 37,000 power. But I couldn't stand the smell. It would make me throw up every time I smelled it. I had
mm,
to have to cover my nose. But yeah, so I would go to treatment Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I would sleep all the way till Monday. Like I would not wake up.
mm.
I was that tired. And then like that week would be like my so it was every 2 weeks, I think. It was every 3 weeks. So like that week after would be my recovery week. Then that following week, I would go to work.
Oh wow, it's just like that.
Yep. And my doctor at the time, he used to tell me that he told me he's like, man, you blow me away. I'm like, what? I am amazed by you. I'm like, why? He's like, throughout this whole process, I've never seen nobody go to work and have treatment.
And you
And
still like what? I just no. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want to ask you. Did you still have the same type of workload? Was it lighter?
well, I started work. At this point, in 2017, I was working at Coke. I started working at Coca Cola,
Mm,
and what I did was I used to move like vending machines and the coolers and stuff. Like if you go in Walmart, you see the Coke coolers and stuff like that.
mhm.
That's what I would. That was my job. I would replace them and remove them. But when I started treatment, I stayed in the warehouse to the point.
Okay,
So at this point, I was setting them up for them to go out, like putting
got
the
it.
details on them and the shelves and stuff like that.
Mhm.
But the workload, like I couldn't stand up too long.
Right.
I would get like it would going through chemo was exhausting. Like it would I would get tired if I was eating.
Mm.
Like that was even if like how I'm talking and I'm good. If I was talk too long, I would get tired.
Get go back. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Mm. It's
But
so draining. Yeah.
he said that he has never seen anybody attack cancer the way I did, and he also stated that my spirit never changed. He was like, you still been in the same good spirit since you came in here to find out what was going on.
I love that. I
Yeah.
love that because I think that, and it also goes back to your, you know, the way you, your spiritual perspective and how you mentioned about how you were able to process the loss of your children and, knowing that, God has, called them back to glory for a reason. And so I think that you probably had that same spiritual, insight, when going through this, journey. So I think that helps a lot, obviously. But when I say go see the doctor, I think so. Can you just specify? Can you emphasize how important it is to know that if something is wrong or if something is abnormal, how important it is to see a doctor about it?
I mean, to be honest with you, I'm agreeing with you, but to a certain degree.
Okay.
Because I'm only going to the doctor if I feel like it's necessary.
Right.
So, but the part the reason why I'm saying that is because I don't want to seem as if I'm like not on your side with it. Because as a women, y'all go to the doctor. As men, we gonna put some Robitussin on that shit and keep moving. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But in this situation, it was something where that it had me scared enough to I need to go find out
Right.
what.
So that's what I'm talking about, Rico. That's what I'm
But
saying.
at the same, so
Mhm.
with that being said, like if you feel like it is something that is going on, man, it's definitely time for you to go because that could be
Early
between.
detection.
Yep. And see,
Hmm.
mine started out as a bump, like a little bitty bump, and then it just started growing and growing. And then
Hmm.
if you saw me at the time that I went to the doctor, you'd have thought I was happy to see you.
Oh,
That's how big it had gotten.
what? Oh,
So once that happened, that's why I went to the doctor.
oh, yeah, yeah. To-
Because like I said, it
yes,
started out as a
totally
hair.
understandable. Whoa.
That's how small it was.
Oh, wow. And then it just grew. Oh,
And then
yeah.
the crazy part about it is, after my first round of chemo, it started shrinking.
Okay.
Yep,
So
that's
so
that.
so right. So the treatment worked.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And even with the treatment, I did radiation. So let me tell you this: I did the chemo
Mm-hmm.
from June to September, half of September, the remainder of September, all of October, and then I went into the hospital, and I was in the hospital for a month. So I was in the hospital from November 2nd to December 1st of 2018.
Mm.
And that's when I went and did what they call a super chemo. So
Okay.
it's like, so at this point, they had, like I said, I have two scars. I have a scar for my port, and then I had a scar where they put some tubes in my neck that went
Mm.
down directly into my heart. So I had like tubes hanging out of my neck. Like I would
Mm.
walk around like that.
Mm.
And that's when I had the super. So the super chemo is what it does is it wipes out of your whole immune system. Like I had
Mm.
a brand new immune system, like I was a newborn baby.
Mm.
So they did that because it kills your good cells and your bad cells, which is why I stayed in the hospital so long.
Mm. Yeah,
So
because it's like
I was wearing COVID masks
double-edged
before
sword.
COVID.
Yeah, it's like a double-edged sword. Yeah.
So like like I said, I was wearing COVID masks before
Right.
COVID.
Right.
You know, but then December I healed up. January I powered back up. February it was Mardi Gras season, so I was outside. But in that I had radiation.
Mm.
Now the thing about what was scary about radiation, I get claustrophobic.
Right.
So
Right.
they had to send me through like a little machine or whatever every time I went through radiation. I tried to record that, but I got caught, so they stopped me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But that was cool too. You know what I'm saying? Radiation make you use the bathroom. I'm gonna tell you that now. And I ain't talking about the front part.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about because my uncle, God rest his soul, I think he told me about that experience too, where you have the
Ra-
the trots. Yeah,
Radiation gonna make you shit.
yeah.
Serious.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. He did share that with me years ago. Yes, yes, yes.
Like there was a point where as fast as I was eating, it was going through my
It was
body
going
just
out.
as
It was
fast. Yeah. So
wow.
it was like I had nothing in my body and I would eat and it would just fall out.
Just float right out. Ugh.
So you needed to stay. So if I wanted to go outside, I couldn't eat.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
So
have to kind of you have to yeah, you have to stay indoors. You kind of have to stay. Yeah.
yeah. But I didn't
Yeah.
stay indoors. I
Yeah.
just didn't eat.
Right, right. Register to eat. So you went through that, and so when was the moment when um became free of it?
Uh well, I was free of it before I even took radiation. I was free of it before the year ended.
Oh,
I
okay.
was free of it in September.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. But they just did different procedures and precautions to make sure it doesn't come
Makes
back.
it the companies come back.
Yeah.
Congratulations for beating it. Congratulations, and thank you so much for sharing that. Because, like I said, it's good to have a male's perspective on, the cancer journey and F cancer, by the way. But yeah, but I'm really
Yeah,
appreciate,
definitely.
I appreciate you sharing that, Rico. I really do.
So I'm gonna tell you this. My reason for sharing it is because when I was doing my research on it, I didn't get no answers.
Mm,
So I wanted to provide those answers for somebody who
yes.
might be in the same boat that
Try to
I'm in.
fill in the blanks. What? Oh, look. But by the way, Rico, what type of support system did you get? Because I know you said it took you a while to share it with your family. So, how was your support system?
So my mom is
Mm-hmm.
overly dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
If I was when I told her, she thought it was the end of the world. She thought, oh my God, my baby. I'm like, Mom, I'm a grown ass man. But
That
you
yeah,
know,
you're still her baby.
yeah, but my support system was definitely amazing. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. It's just that sometimes, you have to and to be honest with you, going through cancer probably was one of the best things that ever happened to me.
Okay,
Because
why?
I've 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 become a different person, to be honest with you. I'm I'll go so I'll say this. Before I wasn't appreciated. I was an extrovert, 100%.
Mm-mm, right,
Now I'm a mixture of an extrovert and an introvert
right. Mm-hmm.
because I spent so much time by myself.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I love being alone. That's kind of like why I'm still single to an extent because,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
I can be bothered with
You
you.
preach it to the choir.
I can be bothered with you right now, and then the next hour I don't want to be
You
bothered
still
with
here?
you.
Yeah, like you still here? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, that's
So
what it is, Rico. Oh, okay. I thought it was just me.
nah, like, and to be another thing, like people thought I had girlfriends and stuff because I talk to you all day while I'm at work, but then when I get my alone time,
That's it. It's
man, I don't want to hear nothing.
right. No noise. No more noise.
I don't want to hear nothing. You know
Right.
what I mean?
I totally get it. I totally get it, Rico. But let me ask you, so when was the birth of the in case you didn't know podcast? How did
So
that come up?
now I will say I don't know how much time we have, but uh,
Whatever time you want.
so in case you didn't know, podcast came out about in 2023 December. However, I didn't air until 2024.
Okay, pause. Okay, because I wanted to ask you also, because you said you relocated to Atlanta in 2021. So can we get back to that? Why did you relocate? I know you it was acting. I know part of it was acting, but is that the only reason why you?
That was the well,
Oh, really?
that was 75% of the reason.
Okay.
So like this ties into the cancer.
Okay.
So once I came out, it was 2018. I would say 2019. I'm single. I got a new leash on life. I felt like, okay, so look, you didn't beat this. You didn't. God don't play about you.
That's right.
You're here for a reason. So now you have to stop living for everybody else and put yourself first. So, like I said, I was working for Coca Cola, which I still work for Coca Cola to this day.
Oh,
Uh,
Okay. Nice.
I've been at Coke for 9 years. So, uh, but like I said, when me coming on the other side of this victorious, I saved up my money for like 2 years. And well, I'm gonna say this. I was saving up money to move to Atlanta to begin with before the
Right.
cancer. The cancer is what slowed is
Right. It was a holdback. It was a put. Yes. It was a
that
setback.
stopped the
Hmm.
process from the
Yeah.
beginning. Because
Right.
I was a little weary about moving. I've never lived outside of Louisiana. I never lived outside of Louisiana before. So fat hit the cancer. So when I did that, I was like, okay, now you gotta make a decision. So I'm like, I'm gonna save up some money. So I saved up money from 19 to 21.
Hmm.
But it was supposed to be before then. But I'll go ahead on and this is might be something that's someone that you're familiar with. So when 2018 is when I did my very first movie. It was a childhood friend of mine that he was the producer of this movie. He put me in it, and then I had the cancer.
Hmm.
And when I came out with the cancer, I'm like, man, I got to get back at it. I reached out to Silk White.
Ah.
Shout out to Silk White.
Yes. Shout out to Silk White. Yes.
I reached out to Silk White on Instagram.
Okay.
And how I even came across Silk White, I was watching a movie on Tubi I was on Instagram. And the
Mm.
young lady by the name of Diamond, who was cool with Silk, she was in a movie that Silk had done. Now, what Silk used to do back in the day was in the credits, he will put your name and your social media.
Yes. Yes.
So I found Silk from Diamond. And then I reached out to Silk because at this point, like I said, I was trying to move to Atlanta.
Mm.
So I came to Atlanta once a weekend, one weekend out a month for a year before I
Mm.
moved. But in that process, I found out about Silk. I reached out to him. I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm Rico from New Orleans. I'm a new actor, and it's come to my attention that you are a director, producer, or whatever. And I wanted to just introduce myself and see if it's possible for me to work with you." And I sent him my headshots and stuff like that.
Okay.
So being the guy that Silk is, he reached back out.
Yes.
Hey, man, listen, I appreciate you reaching out for me. I don't have anything right now, but I'll keep you in mind.
Okay.
And I also, like I said, I also mentioned to him that I live in New Orleans, but I'm frequent in Atlanta.
Hmm. Hmm.
Like, man, hey, I told him time I was coming. I was like, hey, so I didn't even know he didn't live here. So I hit him up. I was like, hey, man, I'll be in Atlanta, XYZ, Elemental P. And he was like, cool, I'll be there around the same time. We'll link up. I'm like,
Okay.
cool. So
Okay.
when I got here, I called him. Well, I'm not gonna say I called him. I sent him a message or whatever, told him I was here. He was like, all right, man, I'll be down there around such and such time. We'll link up. He never called. And then he never hit me. So now I'm back in New Orleans. I get this message, yo, bro, what's up, man? I got something for you. I was like, man, I'm back in New Orleans. He was like, oh, damn, man, I had something, perfect for you or whatever. Um, but don't worry about it. I say, nah, no, you ain't gonna say that.
Right. Right. Let me.
I
Let me.
say,
Let me make some. Let me make some things happen.
listen, I say, when I told you that I'm down to work with you, I knew what sacrifices I'm gonna have to make. When you need me there, say send me the dates and I'm gonna make something happen. He sent them to me. I booked the flight. I said done.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I came back out here, and it was learning the hard way too.
Okay. Learn the hard way. Okay.
I'm the hood doctor that took the bullet out of her shoulder when she was laying on the top of the.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Visual. Okay. Got it.
So with
Wow.
when we did that, I met some amazing people. Stacy, I met Derek Lately, uh, Wally J. of course, Silk, his brother. Um, dang, I'm listen. If you ever see this, please don't.
No, we get it. We get it. They'll understand. They'll understand it.
But listen, but just to say that, those people had made an impact on me.
Absolutely.
So Derek Lately and Wally J, even Stacy, but I have more of a relationship with Derek J. I'm gonna say Derek Lately and Wally J, and I'm like, those dudes gave me so much information in just that one weekend, to where I was like, you know what, this is where I need to be at. You know what I mean?
Right.
They were so forthcoming with the information. I need to be here. So that I give credit to them on why I moved to Atlanta. That's
Got
my
it.
dogs, both of them. You know what I'm saying? Even Silk and Stacy and all of those people. You know, so that was like early, early 2021,
Got it.
and by May I was living in Atlanta.
All right. Yeah. So I mean, you still got some of your accent, but how did you like, did you have a strong accent before? Because I've been trying to listen out because I love me a good New Orleans accent. I love me a good accent.
So
So
I don't think I've ever had like a real. You might hear my accent if I'm talking to
yes.
like my homeboys or something like that, but because of my grandmother, she was really big on etiquette. So
Okay.
growing up, I never really I got away with saying, "Oh, I got it." She'll be like, "What?" I'm like, "I got it." She gonna be like, "What?" "Oh, my bad, I have it." So that kind of like
Okay.
plays a part in how I articulate
Yes.
certain words or whatever.
Got
Like
it.
if I'm talking to my dogs, oh, you gonna hear it. I'm gonna be like, "Miss Brown, you know what I mean?" You dig? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. And I love that story, by the way. Thank you for sharing that journey and welcome to Atlanta. I've been here for 8 years now. So yeah, I'm from New York originally.
Oh, I can tell you from New
Yeah,
York.
I figured you could tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, so welcome. I mean, we gotta meet up somehow. We gotta, kind of
Oh,
do some
definitely.
things. I'm trying to get in the loop, Rico. I'm trying to get in the loop too. I already told Silk White and Nelson Davis that I do some production assistant work. I have a little background in that, behind the scenes stuff. So, I'm trying to get in the loop too.
Oh
you
man,
know?
shout out to Nelson, man.
Yeah.
He and Stacy have a movie coming out, Major Heights.
Major high. It's summer. It's coming up
I'm
the
not
summer.
sure exactly when it come out, but I'm in it.
Yeah. Okay. Look out, Major Heist.
Yeah,
Look out for that, and hopefully, we'll be able to, when it comes to the press tour promoting that movie, please make sure you keep me in mind
yeah,
to promote it. You
yeah.
know, we can have everyone on the panel, you, Nelson, and who's directing that?
Nelson directed it.
Oh, he did. Oh, he does. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, hopefully we could kind of, like I said, come together when that time comes. We can promote that. So
I,
hopefully we can make that
I don't
happen.
want to. I don't want to like show up my girl Stacy, but I'm not sure if she directed it. But I just feel like it's their movie. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's both of them as a collective. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so
But
hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can all get together, like I said, on the platform and promote that. So I will look forward to doing that.
yeah. So I mean, and I don't want to get away from what I was saying. So like I said, I got here from in 2021. I actually worked on Transporter with Silk as well.
I remember that movie too. Yes.
So I'm the one in the back seat when I told her your car smell like feet, and I was smoking the Black and Mild in the back seat of the car.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I remember that. I remember watching that movie. And I know Silk White made it a cameo on there as well. So yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that one.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
but so that was I think that was in 2021, and then I started just networking. I was a regular on Country Wayne for a while.
Were
Um,
you
yeah,
really?
I was on D
Yeah.
from the West Side storyline.
Oh, and you was one of his boys. Cause I'm trying to remember. Cause I'll be honest with you. I don't really follow D's storyline that much, like that. So you
So
was one of.
I was black. I'm black on D storyline. I'm the one that actually sent him to jail. I put drugs in the honey pot and the stuff like that.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah.
nice. And I got to go back and binge
So
watch.
I kind of like was quote unquote the Judas that the priest was
Ah.
warning him about in his circle.
Oh, okay, okay. Yes, I got to go back because, like I said, I haven't really watched that particular because I'm like my storyline. I'm more into like the Amber and Anthony Shayla
Yeah.
stuff, and
You
you
on the
know,
11-11. We was on the gangster side.
I know, yeah, I know. I mean, I watched a few of the episodes and like with J Mo and Trey and yeah, so yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so now I got to go back and watch those episodes.
And also, like I said, the guy I mentioned earlier, Wally J, that's D from the West Side right hand.
Oh, Wally. That name sounds familiar. That you say Wally. Yeah, not us. I
Yeah.
remember. I remember Wally on the skits. I remember.
And so all of these guys are my peers. We all took acting lessons together.
That's crazy.
With Believe It Studio, shout out to Bruce Blackshear. He's our acting coach.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know, so my guy D, Damien,
Damien. Yes.
Damien Gio, Gaio, something like that. I can't remember. I
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Wally J, Mike Bless, all of those people. You know what I mean? Those are my
Yeah.
guys.
Mike. Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Country Wayne too for even
Yes.
allowing us to, or creating a platform for us to display our talent.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, that was in 2023 when I was on 2022 when I was on Country Wayne.
Okay.
Yeah, and I worked with King J Boy. He from Memphis. He had you're familiar with King J Boy?
Like, tell me what he's done.
He's so he has a couple of movies that's been produced by Maverick. That's on well not
Man.
produced, published
Right.
by
Published.
Maverick
Right.
on Tubi. Um,
Because you know what, Rico, is a lot of because I'm a Tubi fan. There's a lot of so many Tubi movies that I watched, but I probably won't remember the names or of the
okay,
titles of the movies. You know,
yeah,
so I have to kind of watch and kind of like get the premise of the movie and whatever that was done. But I'm be honest with you, like I watched so many of them, but I don't always remember the names of the movies or the names of the
okay,
directors.
it's all good. But what movie was this? Dues paid.
What is it called?
Dues paid. Like I'm paying my dues.
Oh, dues paid. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't sound familiar to me. But like I said, I might have watched it, but I just that name don't sound familiar to me.
Yeah.
The
So
title.
that's I did that out here in Atlanta with him. You know, so that came out. I want to say in 2024, if I'm not mistaken. It
Okay.
might, but yeah, and we also shot something mid season of last year. It hasn't come out yet. It's still because they have a lot of things that's in rotation, and you might film something today, but it might fall in the rotation as number 3 to debut. You know what I mean? Because you probably
Right,
have
right.
completed projects that have already been shot, but you still that's just how you keep things rolling out. You know,
True, true.
but um so I started. So I was in a musical. I'm in a musical. I'm not gonna say I was. I'm in a musical that's recurring. So it's been going on for a couple of years now, and it's called Rooted. And it's
Rooted.
pretty much about a young teenage high school graduate who wants to be an influencer, and he falls asleep and he get a reality check in his dream from his ancestors that he can make a change in the world if
Mm.
and he comes from a long line of lawyers. Like his dad's a lawyer, his uncle's a lawyer, his grandfather's a lawyer, and he's next up to carry on the legacy. But he wanted to be an influencer. So when he fall asleep, he's visited by his ancestors, and they opened his mind up to letting him know that he can actually become a part of a change if he just stay the course.
Oh, okay. I
Now
like that concept.
that's gonna be we're gonna do that musical in February 28th. But I've done it like 3 times already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like that concept. That's
Yeah.
interesting. That's
And
very interesting.
I'll send you like the information on that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But again, like one of the names that I spoke about earlier, Derek Lately. I got into that musical because of Derek Lately.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And also because of Derek Lately, I've also became I got into being a fashion model.
Okay.
So I think I
All
got
right.
like maybe 4 fashion shows under my belt now.
Oh, wait, which ones?
These are pretty much like design. I don't know the name of the shows, but they're more so like designers that are up and coming.
Yes. Okay.
You know, so it was it. I did 3 fashion shows here in Atlanta, and the last fashion show I did was in September of last year, and that was in San Antonio.
Mm. Yeah. No, I'm
So
sorry. I was like, something
no,
fell on me.
you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah. Yeah, but I thank you for letting me know because now I gotta go back and watch some of these shows and some of these movies that you've been in. So I can be like, oh, okay, there he is. Yeah. So yeah, I'm really appreciate you sharing that journey. But